Hey, what's up, everybody? Mr. Hollywood here for MHL Live. MHL Tonight here on the Flan Fan Network. We got two great series. We got the Maine Mariners going up against the Pittsburgh Penguins on the left stream, and the other one here is the Colorado Avalanche going up against the Ottawa Senators, the number one Colorado Avalanche in action here tonight. I was hoping to get a third or fourth stream, but I couldn't get the other two. So we'll be running with these two right here for now. And also, I don't have a co-host with me tonight, but tomorrow night and Wednesday should be a jam-packed show for you guys. So we got our series results on the bottom left there from Thursday night. You guys want to check out the scores of the results, and we also got some leaderboards on the bottom right there for you guys. Some top five goal scorers, points leaders, some of the goalie statistics there. You need 10 games minimum to be on the leaderboards there. And it looks like we got our first penalty of the game here of the night, and it's in the looks like against the Ottawa Senators. So they'll be going in the box here. So Colorado will be going on their first power play here, 13:38 in the first period. This team's got a tremendous offensive line, tremendous powerhouse offense on there. I believe tonight we got Ferris Lund in the lineup, Hectic Pickle, Warriors, Buddha, and Click on there for Colorado. And these guys score a lot of points. We'll see how they do. But Ottawa has been surprising a couple of teams, especially recently on here. So we'll see how they do or fare off here tonight. In the other series, I think it's an important series here for both, for the Mariners as well the Penguins. Both teams right in that middle of the pack there. Pittsburgh has been moving up. A lot of people see this team moving up the ranks nonetheless. So we'll see how that goes for that series. I'm looking forward to see what the outcome comes out in that series. There's other series tonight. Unfortunately, like I said, I was not able to get the streams on the other ones. So, these are the ones that we're running. Like I said, we weren't going to do a show tonight, but since some guys did message me and they did want me to throw up a show, I was like, yeah, why not? So, here it is. And they started off early. Both these series started off, and it looks like we got our first goal of the night, and it's Colorado on that power play. Like I said, you don't want to give them a power play opportunity. Their offense is very good, and looks like we got a goal there. I didn't get the name on that. I believe that might be Hectic Pickle with the goal there. 1-0 Colorado with 8:45 in the first period. In the Pittsburgh series, still scoreless there. 0-0, about 4 minutes left in the first. I'll be also monitoring the chat on here on the Twitch. You guys got any comments or anything? Make sure you guys post that in the chat there. We'll announce them here on the show live. And in future, episodes, we may want to get some guests on here as well. If they want to come on the show, pre-game or post-game on here, we'll get their comments. Maybe some interviews here live. So you're getting the action as it's going here. This is tonight. Like I said, both these series are live on here, so you'll get all the score updates, who scores, what the results are here, right here on MHL Tonight. 1:18 left in the first period here. So far, scoreless. Pittsburgh and the Mariners on here. And it's a series that I expected to be this close like this. For both these teams. Looks like we may get Toronto as well on here. So we may get a third series on here. And I believe that's Toronto against the Trash Pandas. So as soon as I get the link on that, I'll try to throw that up to get the third series on here when that comes in. So at the end of the first, Pittsburgh and the Mariners on their scoreless. Both goaltenders shutting things down there in the first period. And in Colorado, it's 2-0 now. Ironside with the second goal. I believe that's Buddha. Buddha's scoring the second goal there for Colorado. That makes it 2-0 with under 4 minutes left in that one. Let me see if I could get that other stream. That's the Toronto series. that just may have came up on here. Like I said, these two series did start off early, so I wanted to throw them up because I didn't want to miss the action there. We did actually miss a couple early on. Um, Let me see. I believe yeah. Actually, I believe I had two streams on that Toronto. And the Edmonton. So we might get four. Let me try to get these four streams on here for you guys. Let me pull them up. I like to have them early on. It's better once you guys message these to me early on. Um, Otherwise, I mean, I could input them here. Just I might be missing some of the action there, especially when I got a co-host, and it's fine. Um, and I believe the Trash Pandas might be up 1-0 early in the first, so that's a surprise. Trash Pandas taking a 1-0 lead on that one. So let me see if I could get this quad. I got the streams. I'm just loading them up here for you guys. Give me a minute. Um, the names might be incorrect on there, but I'll have those fixed up. Yeah, we got the Trash Pandas on there. And let me see if I could get the fourth one. All right. Then we might be set. Let me get the quad. Just got to change these names on here. So we got Toronto Trash Pandas on your bottom left, and we also got the Egg versus Edmonton series coming to you guys live. So all these popped out just last second on there. So um, I apologize for that, but all right. So we got a lot of action here. Jen, I'm gonna try to keep up with all this. Like I said, I'm running this solo on here, so I might miss some goals. Actually, we already got another goal in Colorado. Look at that, six shots on that in the first period. Already 3-0 after the first. That one's getting ugly. Scoreless here, Egg versus Edmonton. That one just started off on their 0-0. I expect this to be a great matchup. Edmonton has been on a roll lately, especially with the latest transactions. On here, so we'll see how they do. And Egg struggled last week, but I believe they got Chumlee back in the lineup here this week. So look for them to go on a big scoring spree. And there it goes. That did not take that long. Egg on the board, 1-0. And like I mentioned, the Toronto versus Trash Panda series, it's 1-0 Pandas up with under 7 minutes to go here in the first. And the Mariners got on the board while I was loading this up on here. They're on the board there. It's 1-0 Mariners in that series. And that's in the second period already, as well as the Colorado series. Both those games in the second period. These two on the bottom were late start, so those will probably be our late games. And it looks like we got a penalty shot coming up on here. All right. Penalty shot, I believe that's for Toronto. 1-on-1 with the goalie here. A couple of shifty moves. I don't even think he got a shot off. What a waste on the penalty. Too many moves. And its score's going to remain 1-0 after that penalty shot fail by Toronto. So a lot of action here. I'm also going to try to keep up in the chat. I don't have the... see, I always like when I got Giant or Superstar or Blue on here, these guys monitor the chat for me. But I try to keep up on both of those. Like I say, if I mistaking the names here, I apologize because it's first show of the season here for you guys, so we'll get familiar with a lot of the names, a lot of the player names, as the weeks go by here. Definitely by like tomorrow, Wednesday night. But Edmonton gets a power play opportunity on here. They're down 1-0 in the first. Let's see if they could capitalize here on this power play. And we got a goal here in the Toronto series. Toronto ties it up. Now it's a 1-1. And it's Colonelli, the newly acquired Colonelli, assisted there by Ozzy Killer with the assist. And it's 1-1 with about a minute left in the first period. Colorado still up 3-0 here in the second period. And the score's the same here as well as in the Mariners series. They're up 1-0. Both of those in the second period. Power play opportunity still here in Edmonton, but it's narrowing down here. Just final 20 seconds of the power play. Egg doing great job on the penalty kill here, on their first penalty kill of the night, and they kill it off. So it remains 1-0, 1-0 there for Egg. And if you're just tuning in here, I did get the Toronto series late, and it looks like it was Jay Resnick. It was a great show last night. If you guys missed it, make sure you check it out on the Twitch stream. He got the Pandas up on the board. I know he was out last week. They missed him a couple games, but here he comes back in the lineup and gets that early goal against Toronto. Toronto did tie it up, though, later in the first, so it's 1-1 at the end of the first intermission. A lot of action here going on. I also need to let me update the feature streams. So we'll get some feature streams on here as well for you guys. Once we have some of these series in the dressing room, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and update those. I believe we got a goal in Edmonton. Yes. No, that's Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. Okay, Pittsburgh scores the goal. That's Sizzle. Sizzle with the goal. So we got a tie game there, 1-1. A minute left. Final seconds here of the second period. What a fantastic game there. And just as expected, I believe that one's going to be for the last final minutes of the game. It's going to come down to. I expect a tight series all night long between those two. All right, looks like I got everything updated on here. Like I said, I apologize for that. Just a lot of some of the streams on here did come up late, so I'll get those in for you guys. Like right now, we got a couple games going into intermission. So let me try to zoom in here on the Toronto series. Now it's 4-0. Colorado just all over Ottawa. And I mean, that's why they're the number one team, top ranked team here this season. And they're proving it here tonight. And I believe that was Click with the goal there for Colorado. That makes it 4-0. Just under 2 minutes left in the second period. Very tight series here on the other three, though. Tied up in Pittsburgh. Toronto is tied up until now. We just got a goal. And Toronto, after being down 1-0 after the opener goal by Jay Resnick, here comes Toronto. Two back-to-back goals. And that's Harley Spitz with the goal. I don't got the gamer tag on that one, but just a tremendous pass right in front. Not much the goaltender could do right there. Tremendous pass. Great goal. TC, I believe, set him up there, yeah, with the assist. And just like that, Toronto in the lead, 2-1. Second period about to start here in the Egg series. They're up 1-0. Early goal by Egg in the first period. And in Pittsburgh, start of the third period, 1-1. Who's gonna take it here? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of the series? Who's gonna win tonight? Maine or Pittsburgh? 1-1 right now. And look at that. 12 shots to 3 for Colorado. Time of attack 8:52 to 2:35. And just tremendous job all around, offensively and defensively wise. Colorado just out. I mean, Ottawa's being outmatched here tonight. And we got a goal here in Pittsburgh, and that's Sizzle again. Sizzle with the goal. So Pittsburgh bouncing back here. Another team that came back, tied it up, and now it's 2-1 in favor. And here come the Pandas. Pandas tie up the game as well. I didn't get the goal on that one. I believe it's Nyquist, but I don't have the gamer tag on that player. Like I said, we'll get the names more familiar with these guys, as the weeks go by. Egg goes up 2-0 with another goal. Edmonton's going to go on a power play here, but 0 for 1 already tonight. They need to capitalize on something. Right now, they have not gotten any type of offense going, getting beaten in the dot in the faceoffs as well. So Pittsburgh, can they hold on? Got 11:42 left in the third period. After Maine took a 1-0 lead in the first, Pittsburgh, it's been all Pittsburgh since 2-1 right now. Next up, I got delay penalty coming up, a tripping call in the Pandas series. So that one's just going back and forth. Pandas were up. Toronto took the lead. Pandas tied it up, and now Pandas get a power play opportunity to try to regain the lead once again. And Egg is just all over Edmonton now. Egg extend the lead. Now it's 3-0. Seems like Egg's going to be walking away with this one here for game one. Seguin with the goal on that one makes it 3-0. And this is the Egg team that we know. Like I said last week, without Chum Lee, that offense just was non-existent. Just look struggling on there, and how much this guy brings to this offense when he is in the lineup. You want to talk about a guy that carries a team? Well, that's one guy for sure. And now we're going to get a 5-on-3 opportunity here for the Pandas. Toronto taking back-to-back penalties. Not a good thing here with 4:31 left in the second period. So Pandas have a great chance here to try to take the lead in this 2-2 game. Time running out also for Maine against Pittsburgh. They're down 2-1 with 5.5 to go. And we got a goal in the Pandas on that power play. You give them a 5-on-3 opportunity, and they're still going to get a power play here, 5-on-4, and that's Nyquist. I don't know if that's Hockey Mike, I believe. I may be incorrect, but I don't have the Pandas roster here in front of me. But nonetheless, his second goal of the game, and that makes it 3-2 Pandas. And they still got a power play here opportunity. They could extend this to a 2-goal lead, and they do. What a great shot from just an angle there. The goaltender never saw it, and those penalties will kill you. That's two penalties, and Trickster with the goal. I believe that's Tricky HG, if I'm correct. That might be Tricky HG with the goal, aka Shock, scoring, and that's a big lead. 4-2 for the Pandas. Toronto just I don't know. I mean, after coming back, scoring 2 goals, and then those penalties just hurt him. Egg is 4-0. Same thing with Colorado. Those two teams, and that's why they're the top 2 teams in this league tonight. Just tremendous. Pittsburgh gets a goal with just under a minute to go. That might be it. They extend their lead to a 2-goal lead with 49 seconds left. That might be the icing on the cake. Oh my, we got a lot of scoring happening here in Toronto. So after the Pandas take a 2-goal lead, here comes TC with 2 goals in this game here, and they tied up 4-4 with just seconds left to go in the second period. What are the score? I mean, 8 goals already. And we're just in the second period here. So when Toronto is even, when they have all their 5 guys on the ice, they're doing pretty well. Just stay out of the box, and I think they'll have this one. For the Pandas, I mean, you can't give up a 2-goal lead like that. It was late in the period, and that's RTC with the goal. So he's the one who tied it up. That's his second goal of the game. Looking for a hat trick here. If he does, then maybe the game winner. We'll see. They got a whole period left. But game one, going to Pittsburgh. 1-0 Pittsburgh taking that series. I don't know if we lost that stream there. Ottawa breaks the shutout there. Bondra with the goal, but it's not going to be enough here to do much. I mean, they break the shut. Unfortunately, I believe is Kurdog in that there for Colorado. I believe so. If so, that's just unfortunate not getting that shutout. But still, 4-1 win here for Colorado. Final seconds, and that might be it. So late penalty there. Not gonna do much. You hate those. You hate those type of penalties. Just end the game there, 4-1. And what about this? Egg 5-0 now on Edmonton. I did not expect this. I expected, Egg come out with a great showing here tonight, but man, 5-0. That's and they got a power play opportunity here. I expected a much better, closer game here, especially the way Edmonton's been playing recently. But listen, when Eggs got their full roster on that team, they're a very tough team to beat. I mean, it's a team that was number one at one point. A couple losses here hurt them, especially last week. Missing Chum Lee, especially. So for Colorado, I believe Buddha had 2 goals in that series, that 4-1 win. Just a great start. I mean, they scored 3 goals in the first period. For Ottawa, you can't go down that early. I mean, you go down 3 goals, it's very tough to come back. 20-8 on shots on net. Wow. Yeah, I believe we lost the Pittsburgh mainstream, so let me take that off. I'll put the switch that one off. I'll put the egg series there. We'll go to the triple screen. If that one does come back on, I'll switch it back. And this one's a good one here in Toronto, 4-4 with 18 minutes left. Pandas get a power play opportunity here, and they've been pretty good on the power play. They have 2 or maybe even 3, I believe, power play goals here in this one. So I said Toronto's got to stay out of the box, but they can't do it. And we've seen this in their other series last week. They did the same thing. I believe against Florida, they took like 9 penalties in one of the games. You can't have that, guys. Ain't gonna win much games when you're shorthanded. 5-0 Egg. I thought that one was over, but they got a whole period still left. So, I mean, Edmonton did come back last week against Maine. They were down, I believe, 3 goals, but I don't think they could do it here against Egg, and especially 5. If they do, that'll be definitely be a miracle. It looks like we got a goal. Late goal in the third. And that's for the Pandas. Was it a power play goal? No, it wasn't. And I believe that's Hockey Mike with the goal. That's 5-4 Pandas. About 13 minutes left, but Toronto responds right away. Every time the Pandas get on the board, they score, and it just seems Toronto scores right after. I mean, within seconds. That's Spitz with the goal. That's the second of the game, and it's 5-5 now. Egg holding out that shutout. I mean, you got a team named like Egg, and that's what they've been doing. They've been. It's not them throwing up the egg game. I mean, they're shutting teams out. And tonight against Edmonton, they got about 13 and a half left to try to keep this one as a shutout. Can Egg hold the shutout tonight? We'll see. Yeah, I believe that main series we may have lost a stream on that, so it's all right. We got these 3 here. We may have overtime here in Toronto. I mean, it's been a crazy game. There's been like 3 or 4 lead changes in this game, back and forth. Pandas, Toronto. Um, I think next goal may take it. We'll see. Just under 10 to go in that one. And Pandas, surprisingly, Pandas having a rough season here, but tonight, they're on the board. They're on the board. Just gotta prevent some of those goals. So the Pandas have had great power play opportunities here against Toronto, and now Toronto's going to get one here late in the third. Crucial penalty taken that by the Pandas. More Egg in Edmonton. Now it's 6-0. 6 goals scored by Egg there. And I don't think they're done yet. They still got 10 minutes left in the third period there. Just a total collapse there by the Edmonton Oilers. Not showing up here tonight. Definitely not in game one. The Colorado and Ottawa series, they're waiting to start game two. If you guys are just joining in, Colorado took game number one. 4-1 was the final in favor of Colorado. We'll see if they'll be able to sweep for game two. Although Ottawa did show some promising towards the later half of that game. Like I said, they started off bad. It was 3-0 right off the start. But I thought they playing pretty good the second and third period. So hopefully they get a better start here for game number two. And now it's 7-0. And was that Swag? That might have been Swag with the goal, man. 7-0. Great to see him back in the league here. He's been gone for quite some time. It must be a couple years. Having a pretty good season there, along with Dutch, Chum Lee, Cougar Hunter. They got a pretty good squad over there for Egg. I like that team. Here in Toronto and Pandas, just a barn burner here, coming down to the final minutes here. All tied up. 5 minutes left here. Unfortunately, Toronto could not capitalize on that power play opportunity. Pandas get their skater back, so we're all even here. I'm just trying to get the feature cam set up on here. I just got to switch a couple of things because we had the Toronto, but the main series, but that was switched off. So I'm trying to just maneuver a couple of things on here and bring you guys the other series. So we got the final minutes here of the the Toronto series. I'm gonna try to bring that up on the big screen there for you guys. Give me 1 second. Looks like we got a goal. Toronto. That's Spitz. Spitz with the goal late in the third. Just final seconds left. That's huge. So Toronto, after a horrible performance, being in that box and all, may actually come out with a win here in game number one. 40 seconds left, unless the Pandas could do something here in the final seconds. That was a clutch goal there by Toronto, though. I'll give them that. And the Pandas respond, so that one's not over. I thought they had it wrapped up there. Final seconds, and it looks like they might call timeout. Oh my! And look at that, 2 for 3 on the power play. Shots on goal in favor of the Pandas as well. Even though Toronto has 8.5, about 8.5 minutes time in attack. This game's tied up, 6-6, and I think the difference maker there, 0 for 2 Toronto on their power plays, 2 for 3 for the Pandas, and wow, what a goal! What a goal! If that one goes into overtime, I actually want to get that one um, up on the screen here. So let me just maneuver a couple of things here. The other ones are in the dressing room, so I want to load that one up. Again, I apologize on here. Just had to do this last second. Let me just bring that up. So this one's going to overtime. 6-6. So Toronto scored. I mean, final seconds there. They just had to, hold them off pretty much. But unfortunately, they could not. And so here we go. We're gonna get an overtime here. Egg won 7-0 final against the Oilers, and in the other series it was the Colorado Avalanche winning that one, which final score was 4-1, and we got overtime here in this one. So who's going to come up in overtime here? It might happen early because we got a tripping penalty call, and this one's against the Pandas. However, Toronto has been 0 for 2 on the power play here tonight. So we'll keep it here for this overtime game here between the Pandas and Toronto. Let's just keep it here for now. And is that Marine Mike in that? I believe so. Marine Mike for the Pandas might be in that. I haven't seen that guy in a while. I think he might have been picked off the waivers as a last minute fill in there for the Pandas. And Toronto not capitalizing on that power play opportunity, so they go 0 for 3 here tonight in game one. That's not good. That's not good. If you're just joining in, I mean, final seconds left there. I mean, this one's been going back and forth between these two teams. There's been at least 3 or 4 lead changes in this game. A lot of tied up game. And Pandas had to score with final seconds left in that third period. And a great wraparound opportunity there, but I believe that's Tripp in net there for Toronto, coming up with the better save to keep this one going. 6-6 here in overtime. What a high score game. That's like 2 field goals. We got the other series about getting matched up there. So once those load up, I'll get the other triple screen back on here. But what a game here between the Pandas, man. I mean, I didn't expect this at all. I didn't expect, I expected a much better showing here by Toronto. But I think that Pandas just came out to play here tonight. They struggled last week. Not much effort, and maybe because they were missing a couple of guys. I know there's been a lot of trades. The trade deadline was this past weekend, and there was quite a few trades that were completed over the weekend. So we had a couple of player movements on here. So some of the teams been reamped. We'll see if that pays off for them, or the struggle continues. Not much left here. It's the final 2 weeks of the season. It's crunch time here as far as whether you're going to make the playoffs or not, and also about the seeding. I know guys want to move up the standings there to try to move up in the ranks as high as they could. And you got to start winning these games. Like I said, it's very crucial games here in the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Looks like we got the other two games loading up on here. This one's still in overtime. So let me get all three on there for you guys. Anybody just joining the stream on here? Egg 7-0 over Edmonton, game number one. All Egg in that one. Big shutout win. I believe that Ducky's in net there for Egg. But a much better showing here than last week. And is it Chumlee? How well does this guy carry this offense? I mean, they look like a whole different team here tonight. And Colorado took game one 4-1 against Ottawa, and they pick up right where they left off. Early goal, first minute of play, up 1-0, and that's why I said it could not happen. And it looks like we got a overtime winner in Toronto. So finally, that one's over, and just a bad loss there by the Pandas. I mean, you come back in that one, you score. I mean, they do get a point from the overtime. But look at that. I mean, 19 saves by Trip Aces, tremendous in net. He faced 25 shots in that one. Even though Toronto had almost 10 minutes time on attack, it was like 9.5 minutes. But Toronto comes up with the win. RTC and also Muff Diver both had hat tricks in this game. 6 points for Muff Diver. I mean, that's tremendous. 3 goals, 3 assists. 6 points out of the 7 goals scored in that one. I'd give him the star there for that game. And Ottawa responds. So after Colorado gets on the board early, here come the Senators tying it up 1-1. Not much difference here in the Egg and Edmonton. 7-0 game one, and here comes Egg. Score, get on the board early, 1-0. And Edmonton's going to take a penalty here. I believe that's Cheese with the penalty. Not a good sign there. Especially the way Egg's been playing here tonight. You don't want to give them any power play opportunities. They're going to bury them. Yeah, back and forth here. A lot of scoring here in just the first period of the Colorado-Ottawa series. Colorado regains the lead there, 2-1 in favor. I believe that was Hectic with the goal, 2-1. And does not stop there. Right off the next face-off, here comes Colorado, but we may have this one may be called off. Looks like the ref is calling that one off. Blatant check right against the goaltender. They got to call that one. Absolutely. Unfortunately there. I don't think he needed to do that. So that one's waved off. So it still remains 2-1 in favor of Colorado. Egg with another goal. And that's Aginla with the goal. That makes it 2-0. Like I said, I apologize for the player names. I don't have all the names here with the gamer tag and the player name, but I'll try to figure that out as the weeks go by. That one's going to count for Colorado. So Colorado getting the goal. I believe that was Ferris with the goal. That makes it 3-1. Colorado, about 10.5 to go in the first period. Toronto Pandas still waiting to start game number 2. Game 1 went to overtime, and it was Toronto with the OT win there. 7-6 was the final in that one. A high-scoring affair. 13 goals scored in that series. Just a back and forth, tremendous series to watch. Here in Edmonton, it's 8 minutes left. Egg 2-0 so far. Edmonton has not scored a goal yet tonight. Not just in this game, but tonight at all. So they need to get some kind of offense going because it's been egg all all throughout here. And that's how you do it. Costly turnover in their own zone, giving that one up, and one shot, one goal. So that's how you do it. So they break the shutout finally on there and make this a one-goal game. Um, so that right defenseman had the puck, but just I don't could not get rid of it there, and Edmonton's gonna make them pay for that one. Not much Ducky could do there too. I mean, it just went right on the player stick, and that's Cheese. Cheese with the goal, man. He had tremendous night last week in that main series, and gets Edmonton on the board, 2-1. In Colorado, wow, 4 goals now. It's 4-1. Just as game number one. I mean, these guys come out with a bang. I mean, game one they scored 3 in the first. Here in game two, now they got 4. Now they got 5. Make that 5-1. So the Avalanche. You want to know how good, how great is this offense? Just take a look. 5-1 on 9 shots. I mean, they got to call timeout there, rightfully so. And more penalties in Edmonton. You can't be taking those. That's the second penalty of the game here. You're already down 2-1. I mean, you cut the deficit down here, but you don't want to do this here. So under 3 minutes to go in that one. Still 2-1 egg. Toronto still waiting to start game number 2. Like I said, they had a overtime win. So that one, that's probably going to be our late game here tonight. I'll put that up on the big screen once that gets going. Ottawa showing some life here after going down 5-1. Here comes Armstrong, assisted there by McDollar Manu with the assist. Great pass in front there. Makes it 5-2. Okay, so cutting the deficit down a bit. 3. Still a lot of time to. I mean, you got still a lot of hockey there. Only 5 minutes left here in the first. Still got 2 whole periods left. Final seconds here in egg. They could not capitalize on the power play. 0 for 2 right now here in game number 2. So Edmonton doing a great job on the PK. Let's see, they could capitalize. They got that 1 goal of that turnover by egg. Well, that's it. That's all they're going to do it here for the first period. So 2-1 in favor of egg. Much better period there, though, for Edmonton. Game 1 was just a massacre. It was 7-0. But look at that. You got to get more shots on net. And that shot only came off that turnover, and which they scored. But 1 for 1, I mean, 100% shooting, but 48 seconds time on attack. That's got to improve. That's got to get better. So as soon as I spoke about Ottawa, here comes Colorado. Back-to-back goals. Gavin with that one, assisted there by Buddha. And it's 7-2. And we're still in the first period. There's still about 2.5 to go in the first period. I mean, how much goals can Colorado score? I mean, they must have saw the Egg series, who scored 7 in the. I thought that was a lot. 7 goals for Egg. Toronto even scored 7. That one went to overtime, but Colorado already has 7 here in just the first period. Final minute of play here. I know Ottawa's got to be glad that this period's almost over. But 7 goals. Can they get the double digits tonight? I think they easily could. Period number 2 starting here in Edmonton. It's 2-1. 2-1 in favor of Egg. Egg totally dominating game number one. This one much better, and this is how I thought the series was going to go. I mean, Edmonton played well, especially towards that later part of the week last week. They had some good wins. Swept Maine, which I thought was a tough series, and then tonight though. It's not going to help them here in the ranks. They need to try to pull out a win. Trips is excited that shit show was over in that first game. Yeah, man. I mean that was going back and forth, man. I thought it really was over, and then that final seconds, I got to give it to the Panthers scoring that goal. But then in overtime, I mean there must have been at least 4 or 5 lead changes in that series, that game one. Excited to see what happens in game number 2. I mean 13 goals combined there by both teams. And look at Colorado, 7 goals, 11 shots in the first period. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. And Toronto's about to get started. I want to shout out to in the chat there, the Pullout Kings, man. Thanks for the appreciate the support there, man. Go Colorado, yeah. I mean, Colorado tearing it up, man. That's why they're number 1 in the standings. A lot of people are saying this team to beat, man. This is the team to beat here in the standings. If they continue, they should hold that number 1 spot. But one thing I got to say, I mean, this season is fairly close. That number 1 spot is still up for grabs. It's not where one team is really, running with it. Although, Colorado's been pretty impressive. Another team that's impressive. What about Egg? Egg just scoring once again there. That makes it 3-1 now. Egg. Armstrong getting on the board for Ottawa. All right, that's the second goal of the game. 7-3. Still got a long way to try to bounce back, though. But Egg, just a totally different team here. I mean, it's a team that we saw at the beginning half of the season, just dominating teams. They had a rough week last week, but tonight. Doing fairly well here against Edmonton. Very good Edmonton team. But that's Synergy, the newly acquired, and he was involved in the trade before the trade deadline. Edmonton picked up Synergy, and he pays off for them there, scoring that goal. So it cuts the deficit down to 1. It's 3-2 now, with about 8 minutes left in the second period. More goals in Colorado. I believe that was Buddha. Buddha with the goal makes it 8-3. But Ottawa responds. Making it back to a 4-goal game. That's Bondra with the goal. And I believe that's Elite Gaming. He's newly acquired. He played for No Pucks Given. He was involved in the trade as well. I know a couple guys were looking to get him, but Ottawa that came out with the trade offer there and got him. And despite Colorado just dominating the series here, he's actually had a pretty decent game there for Ottawa. We're going to have a penalty coming up here. A tripping call, looks like against Edmonton. So taking quite a few penalties here in game number 2. Edmonton just getting sloppy. In the first period, I believe they took 2 penalties, and then here again, this time in the second period. But Egg has not been able to capitalize on the power play here in game 2. So fortunate for Edmonton. I mean, it could be the score could be a lot different. It's only a 1-goal game. And here we go, Ottawa scoring back-to-back goals. A lot of scoring here. Not a goalie's type of game here. And I believe that was McDollar may have scored that one. Supersized that. I know that name. I don't know if they're calling it a high stick there. Are they reviewing that one? It looks good up here. And it does. That one does count. So that's 8-5. Hey, that's his second goal of the game for McDollar Makes this a 3-goal game. Still plenty of time. I mean, we got a midway point here of the second period, so still got a half game left. But forget about being a goaltender in this game. I mean, 13 goals combined there from both teams. If you like scoring, this is a game to watch. Ooh. Was that a save, or he just missed that? I mean, he had a lot of the net there, but could not capitalize on that one. Final seconds here in the second period of the Egg series, and score is going to remain the same. So it's 3-2. 3-2 in favor of Egg. Did we get a disconnect here in Toronto? Or did the game just not start up yet? They're still in the dressing room on here. Unless they got to take a huge break. I mean, you get to overtime. I mean, that game was just back and forth. I mean, that had a lot of scoring as well. There was 13 goals in that first game. So look at the stats there: 3-2 in favor of Egg. So far, controlling the puck mainly, but this power play's got to get better. 0-for-3 on there, so Edmonton doing a great job on killing those off. And I think that's what's keeping them in it here. Only a 1-goal game. Much better performance than Game 1. Game 1, they couldn't even get on the board. It was 7-0 blowout, if you guys are just tuning in. 7-0 Egg in Game 1. It's 3-2 here in Game 2. Colorado took Game 1 4-1 final against Ottawa, and then here, I mean, they're just scoring relentless here. That makes it 9-5. So easily gonna put up those double digits here tonight, I believe. Only 1 goal away of doing so. I mean, Ottawa's been getting some goals too on their end. It's just, I mean, they can't stop this offense. That's the problem. I mean, with 5 goals, you would think, it'll be a much closer game. But no, I mean, and that's why Colorado. I mean, you take a look at the leaderboards. You take a look at the stats there. I mean, there's at least 3 or 4 Colorado players in that top 10 points, goals, assist wise, and this is why games like this. I mean, they just put up the numbers. You can't take that away from them. I don't know if anybody could confirm. Is Kerdog in that for Colorado tonight? By the way, if you guys are just tuning in, if you guys didn't watch the show last night, shout out to Resnick and the crew there for the ringside. Make sure you check out that episode. They did a great job there, recapping, the standings, how the teams are. They went over the leaderboards, some of the stats there and stuff. So, and really broke down the teams, how well the teams are doing here, because we're in the final 2 weeks here of the regular season. It's crunch time here for a lot of teams. It's trying to make that playoff spot, and for the rest, it's just trying to get the better seed, getting the higher seed for the playoffs, because that seeding does help. Because you don't want to play some of those top teams. I mean, you got Florida, tremendous. You got Colorado here that you're seeing tonight. You got Egg. All those are on the top there. Pittsburgh also. We saw the Game 1 on that one. They did win Game 1. I don't know how Game 2 is. Unfortunately, we did lose that stream after Game number 1. So right now, it's 3-2. Let me bring this one up since we got the other two still in the dressing room. But great performance here by Egg, and they're having a great season. I mean, all throughout. And it looks like another penalty coming up. So Edmonton, couple of penalties here in this game. That's their 4th of the night here in this one. However, Egg's 0-for-3 has not capitalized. Can they get one here? It'll be big, especially late here in the third period. But Edmonton's been doing a great job on the PK. But in a series like this, you want to stay out of that box. It's not helping the team at all. Ooh, great shot, great opportunity there, but a better save by Edmonton, and that's going to kill off a lot of time on that power play. They got 1 minute left here. Great draw pass to the center there. There's a shot, and that one's going to go in. And that's a power play goal. So Egg is going to extend out to make it a 2-goal game here in the third. That might wrap things up. That's Seguin with the goal. His second of the game here. He had a tremendous game number 1. And that makes it 4-2. And that's going to be tough to come back here for Edmonton, who's already struggling as it is, trying to get some offense going. But when you're short-handed, it's kind of hard, kind of difficult to do. More goals in Colorado, and that's going to be the 10th goal. That's his 4th goal of the game. Is that hectic, I believe? 10. Wow. So 10-5. That's like a football score over there. If you're the goaltender for Ottawa, you just pray for this one to be over. So here we go. We're gonna get game 2 here to start off, and yes, it is Marine Mike in net there for the Pandas. So shout out to him, man. He's got a tough opponent on the other side with Tripp. Tripp's having a phenomenal season, even though the struggles here of Toronto. He's been doing a great job in net. And it looks like Egg's gonna take the sweep here tonight because it's 5-2 now, and make that 6. So it was close for a minute there, but after that penalty, after that power play goal, looks like that's all she wrote there for that. That's 6-2, and Seguin with the hat trick. That's his 3rd goal of the game. Egg put up 7 goals in game 1, and they got 6 here in game number 2. So that offense finally back where it was. And Dynamite's going to score an early goal for Toronto, assisted there by Colonelli. So 1-0 Maple Leafs to start off game number 2. And I believe that's Hot Champ for Toronto with the goal. Oh, man. Colorado just making it look too easy. I mean, he had all the time to shoot that one. It was a 2-0. And that's what happens. I mean, teams that struggle, it's tough on there. Put up some goals, put up some fight there, but the Avs offense just too much for the Senators. And look at that, Seguin, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points for Egg. So, I mean, that's just tremendous. A great performance, and I mean, back-to-back games for Egg, putting up 7 points. And Toronto off to a good start here. Another goal, and that makes it 2-0 Toronto. Game 1 was a nail-biter. Ended up going to overtime after a late goal by Pandas. Final seconds left. Actually, before that, Toronto scored to take the lead, but then it was tied up. And then in overtime, Toronto wrapped it up. 7-6 final in game 1. But the other series looks like, you got the top 2 teams. You got Egg and you got Colorado Avalanche. And that's why they're the top 2 on the standings. And tonight you're getting to see the top tier teams, top tier players here. And this is why. I mean, convincing wins here by Egg against Edmonton. This series was not even close at all. I mean, 7-0 game 1. This one, yeah, it was close for a bit, but all egg in the third period. Final seconds left now, and looks like that may be the final, 7-2. And the Pandas bouncing back here. So here we go again. Hostler with the goal, assisted there by Ace Soul with the assist, and we got a 2-1 game again. So and this is type of series this been. It's been a Cinderella game here. And that's gonna be a wrap there for Egg. Egg wins 7-2 is your final. They sweep the Edmonton Oilers here tonight, taking both games. I gotta bring up the other series because this one's fun to watch, man. Um, the Toronto. It's tied up 2-2. I mean, that's just tremendous. I thought Toronto was gonna come out here. I mean, after the first two goals, I thought maybe Pandas got a bit lucky there in game one, but I don't know. I mean, we got another tie game here now. And if you guys just tuning in, I mean, you know, the first game it was same way, same type of game. For X, so Seguin actually is Dutch Master Dank with the goal. So he had 4 goals, 2 assists. Chumley with 2 goals, 3 assists in that 7-2 final win against Edmonton. Like I said, I'm trying to get the player names on here after the first week. We're gonna get a little bit more familiar with the players and the player names to go along with the gamer tags. I apologize if I announce any of them wrong on here, but we'll get it right eventually. Come playoff time, right? And unfortunately, I don't got a co-host here to help me out as well. You know, um, we'll have tomorrow night though. Tomorrow night I should have a guest host, and then Wednesday night I have a very special guest on here for the show. So both those nights should be a tremendous night, and we'll see. Maybe I'll run the show Thursday as well. Maybe we'll do a whole week. We'll see. If people like the show, people like we get a good feedback. Maybe we'll be back for more shows. I mean, right now we're looking to do possibly 2, maybe even 3 a week. We'll see how things go. But if people like it, we get enough support. We may do more shows. Maybe we'll do all week. We'll see. So the Pandas, after going down 2-0 to start this game here, tied it up and now have a power play opportunity here to try to take the lead. They've been playing great. Pandas have been playing great tonight. I don't know what it is. Is it Jay Resnick back in the lineup? Is it Marine Mike with the pink pads over there in net? Something. But, you know, that's why you can't count any team out. I mean, Pandas may be a team that's in the bottom ranks there. They've had some tough losses this season, but they definitely come out to play against Toronto. I mean, they lost game one, but they did take a point. They got a point here tonight, and if they could win this game, they could come out with 3 points tonight. So. Final seconds here, under a minute to go. After we got an icing call here, so we're going to get a face-off in the Toronto zone here. Let's see if the Pandas big face-off coming up here, if they could take this one to try to take the lead here. They don't. Toronto takes the face-off and looking to just clear it, get it out of there, and they do. Offside call with 0.6 seconds. Great comeback here from the Pandas. They did it in game number one. They did a great job coming back, but unfortunately couldn't get the win in overtime. Tough loss there by the Pandas. They're in it here again in this one. And that's the man I'm talking about, Jay Resnick, man. Getting another big goal here. He started off game one. Great start for him, and then here in that comeback. So all tied up after that goal right there, 2-2. And just to let the viewers know, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night. I'll definitely have a co-host with me here. I apologize for in the beginning. Like I said, I got a couple of the streams came in late. If I could get the streams, before, if you guys could load those up, like a minute before, it'd be great because I could load them up. I mean, I could do them during the show. It's just there's a lot more involved, especially if I'm the only one on here. If I had a co-host with me here that does the voiceover with me, I could definitely have those changed up. But it's all good. We got the streams up on here. I was expecting only to have possibly two. At one point, we had 4 series on here, which is great. And that's what I want to do. And we're hoping to have, to have 4 each night. That'd be great. A lot of teams, a lot of players we could cover. In this league, and I think guys would appreciate that. Get their names out there. I'll try to do my best here as a play-by-play commentator on this. But yeah, if we could get, it's all about the streams. If you guys could get one guy to stream the series, we could possibly get 4 each night. I mean, there's enough games each night. I think there's like 6 or 7 games, each night. So it's definitely possible. I think the more games, the better. We get 4 games on here. I think this is a late one on here. It was a late start. They had the overtime. Then there was a big break between game 1 and 2. But nonetheless, so another power play opportunity here for the Pandas. They weren't able to capitalize on the one in the first period, but they got another one here. I don't know, was that a 5-minute major? Osborne, man. Ozzy Killer. That's why they call him the Killer. Right there. What's the man right against the boards, man? It's lucky he didn't get 5 minutes on that one. Nonetheless, still a power play opportunity here for the Pandas. See if they're able to capitalize on this one. Great opportunity there. A little bit delayed on the shot there, and the goaltender was able to slide across, and that was Tripp with the save, and he's going to cover it up. Two to two, 9-4 in the face-offs in favor of the Maple Leafs. So doing a great job there in the dot. We got a stoppage of play there. Pandas still with the power play here. 47 seconds left on the power play. Toronto could not clear that one, and still with the puck there, having a difficulty time trying to get rid of it, and they finally do. That's a great clearing attempt there. It's going to kill off in final seconds. So good kill by Toronto, keeping this one a 2-2 game, and a great shot there, but a better save by Tripp. Yeah, he's been phenomenal tonight. Even though, game 1 giving up 6 goals, but still, man, a lot of them, like I said, a couple of them came off the power play there. One on those final seconds of play in the third. But this one's a little bit lower scoring game than compared to game 1. 2-2 here. Big check in the open ice. And we're closing into a midway point of this game. And this is how this series here between these two teams has been going all night. I mean, it took a overtime win in game number 1 in favor of Toronto. And this game, means right now it's tied up. Well, we may get another overtime game here. And if you're just tuning in, both Egg and Colorado sweeping their opponents here tonight. Egg, tremendous night. They had 7 goals in both of their games. Game 1 was a 7-0 shutout. And then Colorado took game 1 4-1. And in game number 2, I didn't even know how much they scored. I know they scored like at least 12 goals, if not more. All right, so now Toronto gets a power play opportunity. So Pandas 0 for 2 here on game 2. Let's see what Toronto has on their power play. Not much there. Could not get the shot off. So good clear. Final seconds of the power play here. They may have one more opportunity, but no. That one's cleared away. So the Pandas, great job on the PK. Um, uh, you know, and a great job taking a penalty there. They're going to have a delayed penalty called against Toronto. And they can't get the puck. Goaltender going to the bench finally. So another crucial penalty. And, for Toronto, this is not something new. They just can't get out of the box. And I think that's what kept the Pandas in game one. That made that game even, that game should not even have been that as close as it was. And here they go. Are they going to count that? That stick looked pretty high, but it might be good. I've seen goals like this go in, so we'll see. To get home cooking here. Who's home? Toronto? It is going to count. So that power play did not take long at all. And not much Tripp could do on that one. I mean, the puck was in there, and that's Resnack with his second goal. May get a hat trick here. One more goal, and he does. And that gives the Pandas the lead now. So Toronto had the lead, and like I said, game one was the same way. We've seen like 3 or 4 lead changes in that game. And this one, it was a power play goal by Resnick. So, right now, the way both these games are going, it's these awful penalties by Toronto that's keeping the Pandas in it. They had 2 power play goals in the first game, and then they come up with a big power play goal here in this one to take the lead. And for Toronto, even last week, if you guys checked out the game between the Florida Panthers and Toronto, game number 2, they took 9 penalties. They had 7 penalties in just the first period of that one. So I didn't even think that was possible, but I guess it is. And that night, a lot of 5-on-3 opportunities, So they got to get better on that. You can't be taking that many penalties. It's definitely hurting the team, and it's showing. Even tonight here against the Pandas. Coming up to the final minute of play here in the second period. Pandas up 3-2. Looking to put more on the board, though. And Toronto just clearing. Trying to get out of this period here. I don't blame them. And that's going to do it. So after 2, it's the Trash Pandas. Up 3-2 here. So, and that's the man right there with the 2 goals. He was able to tie up this game, and now able to take the lead with that shot right there. And there was nothing that Trips could have done on that one. How do you save that? So they reviewed that one, but it stands. The goal stands. So 3-2 Pandas. So now it's Toronto that's going to need to bounce back. Game number 1, the Pandas were down in the final seconds of the play, regular intermission there, but they ended up scoring in the third to force overtime. So now it's Toronto that's going to need to do this here in the third period. They've been awfully quiet here this game. They started off the game 2-0 right off the start, but after that it's been all Pandas. Scoring 3 unanswered goals in this one. We'll see if they're able to hold this lead here. All comes down to the third period. That's what it comes down to. It's you're going to win the game here. I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of lead changes happen from the third period, especially that final minute of play. So here we go. And we're off, third period. Just tuning in here, 3-2 Pandas. Toronto took game 1, 7-6 final in overtime. Pandas looking to get, if they could get a win here, they could end up 3 points here tonight, which is not bad. Not bad at all. For Toronto, they need the win, though. You got to win games like this, man. If you're looking to make that playoff push, there's a team that's out of the playoffs right now. So if you're looking to move up the ranks, you need to get all 4 points here tonight. No question. And that one was almost costly turnover there. Great shot, better save by Trips, keeping his team in it. He's done this numerous occasions, and tonight's no different. But the Pandas still lead. Lead this one 3-2 here. About 15 minutes left here in the third period. Now Toronto gets some offense here because it seems like Pandas been having that puck in that offensive zone most of the game here. Marine Mike on the other end there, filling in net for the Pandas. And they got a lot of veterans on that team. I saw a Tricky HG on there, a.k.a. Shock, Hockey Mike. So definitely, a lot of familiar guys, guys that have been around in this league. I mean, for Toronto, I mean, you're 10-19. You got 21 points here on the season. So they got to get these points. I mean, they're ranked 10th right now. And especially the way Calgary and Detroit have been playing recently, especially Detroit. They're going to try to make any type of playoff push run here. They need to win this one. Same thing for the Pandas. Pandas, before this night started off, they were only down 3 points from Toronto. But if they could win here, they could take 3 points here with a win. So definitely a big game here for both teams. Wow, I mean, Pandas getting some great opportunities. Toronto struggling right now. They played much better in game number 1 offensively. Right now, it seems it's been all Pandas here. And had it not be for Tripp, I mean, we could have said this could easily be a 4 or 5-2 game right now. Goaltending right now, keeping Toronto in it. Look at the shots there, 6-0 in the third period. I mean, they didn't even get a shot yet here in the third. So, and you're down 3-2. Got to get some type of offense going, boys. And that's very frustrating there for the goaltender. I mean, he's playing great. He's keeping his team in there, but they got to get at least some shots. They got to get some time on attack on there. And right now they're just having a difficult time trying to maintain possession of that puck. Running out of time here. I mean, 6 minutes to go here in the third period. For Toronto, if they're going to come back, they need to get it going soon. Can the Pandas hold off the Toronto Maple Leafs? Right now they are. And look at the shots on that. Wow, 23-8 in favor of the Pandas. That's crazy. Tripp with 20 saves already here in this game. I mean, I don't know how many games this guy has had 20-plus saves. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, he, every night this guy's seeing so many pucks going his way. He's been able to, save most of them. But Toronto, after a great start here in this game too, we're up 2-0 early on, just fell apart. Seems to be all Pandas ever since. Under 4 minutes of play now. It's really coming down to the final minutes here. And Toronto, I don't even think they got a shot yet here this period. Still looking for a shot, and that's not going to help them. Here comes a penalty. So a tripping call, and this is big because Panda's able to score another goal here. That might be it. If they could go up 2 goals in this one. And, there's only 2.5 minutes to go. So most of this game left here, they're going to be on the power play. But you also, I mean, at this time, you don't want to get overconfident either, man. I mean, you got the goal. lead here. You technically don't need another goal to win this one. So you don't want to play too overconfident, but if you could get a goal, it'd be great because it's going to be that much tougher for Toronto, who right now hasn't even been able to get a shot here in this period. Forget about scoring a goal. You need to get some shots. And they're going to have to do it shorthandedly. I mean, you're going to have maybe like 30 seconds left when the guy comes back on the ice. So with Jay Resnick back in the lineup for the Pandas, a much better Panda team here than the Pandas that we saw last week. Final minute of play. What do you guys think? Does Toronto have anything in them here to try to come back, bounce back in this one, to try to force overtime? The Pandas did it in Game 1. They had to score in the final seconds. Now it's Toronto's turn. We'll see if they could do it here. They're going to get their guy back on the ice in about 4 seconds. There he is. So they're all even here, but only 30 seconds left here for Toronto, who's just having a tough time trying to get a puck on net. And what a goal. Great rebound there. And great pass right in front. Not much the goaltender could do on that one. I mean, you know, somebody's got to pick up that puck in front, and it's Ace Saul with the goal. Hustler had the assist there, who had I believe, the initial shot there, rebound, and then Ace buries it, and that's pretty much going to do it. I mean, it's 4-2 here, 14 seconds left. Toronto, who can't even get a shot on net right at this point. But that one, what a bad bounce. Marine Mike, you got to get rid of that puck or jump on the puck, and. But does that one count, or did he kick that in? Oh man, I don't know, but that's gonna do it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in on here. So the Pandas take 3 points here tonight with that win. They got the overtime loss in Game 1. Egg took both of the series, and Colorado as well, sweeping Ottawa here tonight. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow night's going to be a fun show. I'll have a co-host here with me. We'll be a little bit more prepared. Like I said, it's our first run here, first night, so things are going to get better. Like I said, there's a couple of things I had to switch off from and stuff, but we'll definitely have this for you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. You guys checked out the replay. You guys didn't get to see this one live. I appreciate all the guys that were streaming on there. I believe Cusco for Toronto, Dutch over there for the Egg series, and RSARAI 10 streaming the Colorado series. Appreciate all the streamers on there. Hopefully we could get this tomorrow night. Like I said, if we could get, I'm hoping to get 4 series on there. We'll showcase all 4. More players, more teams on there, the better. That's gonna do it here. Mr. Hollywood, signing out, fellas. Have a good night, everybody.